First half y'all came out really strong, and then second half, I know they made a little run, but then y'all came back. Just talk about the way y'all were able to still be physical in that game.
Yeah. I feel like to start the game, we knew it was going to be physical. So just making that a point of emphasis and trying to keep them off the offensive glass. I feel like we started the game off well, and that's where our runs came from. But obviously they're a good team. They're going to go on their own run. So, just try not to hang our head, when that does happen, and be able to respond and spark another run for ourselves.
Coming out of that halftime, you had that slow start, and you kind of got it triggered. Was that your mindset, or was it did the game just come to you?
Yeah, just trying to let it come to me. Not really trying to force any shots, trying to take the shots that, were the right ones and that were there for me. When I was able to draw two and kick out, we had a lot of success. So, eventually they're gonna have to start fanning back out, and that's when the paint opened up most for us.
Steph, as the series has gone along, as much as there is talk about playoff basketball and this is the way it is and whatnot, specifically in this series, have you gotten a little bit more used to the way the officials are calling this game, or does it seem like it still varies game to game?
I don't know. We knew with everything that happened in like the last 48 hours that they were going to call it, pretty tight, especially early on in the game. So, that's just the thing you have to work through game through game. Because, if you're not physical with them, I said it before, they have a lot of guys that can score in ISOs and play one-on-one. So, in order to get stops and be able to contest with them, you have to be physical. But, just trying to play smart, see how the ref is calling it.
Yeah, Steph, Coach was saying that, you guys might have gotten, Devin at shoot-around said that you guys might need upset Vic tonight to, make a statement. Coach said he might have called him mature Vic instead. Which version do you feel that you guys got tonight, and just how important was he, coming back and adding him back into the lineup?
I feel like we got the Vic that you've seen all year. I think his maturity level was off the charts. He played smart, didn't really foul much, took the shots that were there for him. So, when he's playing like that, playing aggressive with everything that he brings for us defensively, I feel like we're pretty hard to beat. So, I think just where his mindset has been at, the last 48 hours, I know he wanted to finish game 4, but, not letting that get to him and come out and play like that, I feel like it was a big reason why we won.
What was he like? It
allows him to be able to play those passing lanes because you have that defensive player of the year, to cover up all your mistakes. So as you saw in that second half when they were playing the passing lanes, getting steals and adding to their 19 fast break points, that's the reason.
Yeah, they're just so dynamic. They got so many guards they got good size. They got wing players that can do multiple things on both ends of the floor. And then, like Rudy said, having Wemby back there, it allows the perimeter to be way more aggressive. Mm-hmm. It allows them to play the passing lanes and be more physical with their man, because if they do get blown by or don't get the steal, you're second-guessing yourself anyway once you see Wemby back there.
You gotta build him behind.
Yeah, it's something that, they've known they've had all year and something that they've been playing well with. It's just good to see that, like we said it earlier, them guys, you could tell they love playing for each other. They don't just love being around each other. They really like playing with each other. And an example of that was the last few possessions when the reserves came in the game that didn't play all game. If you see that last possession where they're just moving the ball and they hit a wide open three, it's like that's what the Spurs definition of Spurs basketball is.
Yeah, and Miss Johnson is doing a great job of keeping that thing going.
No question. And he understands the rhythm. He set the tone for that team. We do know, however, that Wemby is, of course, the head of the snake, especially in the paint. But how impressive is the Spurs guard play near the basket, IT?
Oh, it's amazing. We were laughing about it earlier, like Castle, he dunks like a big. Yeah. Gets in the paint, he's going off 2 feet, dunking with 2 hands. Those guys put so much pressure on the defense because De'Aaron Fox, Castle, Harper, all those guys can get in the paint and not only make plays for themselves, but make plays for their teammates. And that's what makes them so dynamic. So it's a tough cover for the Minnesota Timberwolves for sure.
I feel like they play fearlessly out there.
Yeah, I mean, look, and I think the person that started that was Keldon Johnson. Coming off the bench and going straight to it and being aggressive at all times is his job. And, you know, him and Steph Castle are people that just play downhill all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, Devin Vassell has a little bit more of a mid-range. And, you know, Swiper Fox, he gets wherever. He can do it all. But, you know, just having that kind of up and down guys that can do a lot of different things out there, it really makes them a tough team to guard.
Yeah, the Spurs outscored the Wolves by 32 in the paint.
Yeah.
Exactly. Meantime, on that other side, Anthony Edwards missed 2 games earlier this postseason due to that hyperextended knee. We all saw it in real time. It was rough to watch. How has he looked to you guys in these 5 games into the series? Because Ant, for the most part, does what he does, but there are times where it just feels inconsistent.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're out there, and especially at this point in the season, if you're out there, you're expected to score and play like we know how you play. Now, don't get me wrong, they're playing great defense on them, and they're not making it easy on them. But when you're out there, and you got to produce. And it looks like he's struggling a little bit, and he's you know, he's tough, and we admire him for going out there and playing. But you know, there's something missing, and I don't know if it's his athleticism. I don't know if it's his shot making or his decision making, but there's something missing. I think for the next game it has to be addressed.
Yeah, I think the Spurs are living with what he's gonna give because they're just gonna throw extra bodies at him every game and allow him to just continue to use so much energy. Because if you watch Minnesota play, especially the last couple of games, yeah, he can get to wherever he wants, but it's not as explosive as we're used to. Yeah. And then it's paying a toll on him by the fourth quarter because he's using so much energy to either get a basket for himself or create for others. And that's the only downside to this. I think Minnesota's missing a guy that can make things easier for him in terms of on the offensive end. Because like these shots, he makes them, but like, it's a tough shot, and the Spurs are living with this each and every time down court. You're going to have a game like he did in game 4 to be able to beat a team like this who is really good defensively.
Yeah, they're expecting a lot from Ant, whether he's injured or not.
Doesn't matter.
Now, well, if he is injured, like,
It's tough.
it is tough, but, you know, the Spurs are playing great defense.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the podium. Chris Finch has taken the mic.
Chris, you got... right here. Yeah. You guys got back into it in the third quarter there and came back to tie. Just where did you see it slip after that?
I mean, we went away from what was working, and then you know, our defense was just cratered. We gave up 30 points, I think, in the last 6 minutes of the third quarter. A lot of it was just ball contained, ball contained stuff. And offensively, we found stuff that was working. Then we just started breaking off plays, and that's my job. I got to get us back on track. That's on me.
Is there it seems like slow starts have been a problem for you last couple of games. Like, how do you get off to just better starts and not dig a big hole that you have to climb out of?
We got to make some shots, But better offensive decisions. I think some of our shot selection in the first quarter in particular is a little iffy. I think there's some better shots. We're going to have to work a little harder to find some better shots early. So,
when you say you feel like you found something, what did you feel like you found, and where specifically did you kind of veer off?
Well, I mean, they were super heavy in the gaps, so we did a good job of cutting the gaps and finding people and moving around the floor and respacing the floor better. So,
Chris, with Rudy guarding Victor, what's made it so hard for Rudy to try to contain him at times this series?
I think he's done a good job in the large. I think the first quarter was execution of some coverages to help him out. We blew 3 or 4 of them, Then in the second half, it was similar, just kind of not executing the things we need to do around him, or him executing the things he needs to do to give himself the best chance so we can help him. So,
how much has foul trouble just played a role in whether
foul trouble was huge tonight. I mean, it was different guys. Julius super early, then Jaden all game long. That certainly hurts. Yeah.
Chris, Julius got going in the fourth quarter a little bit. What's the key to more consistency from him on the offensive side?
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw, he played with force, played through contact, the first level of contact, stayed on balance a little bit better.
With your bigs, just in general, are you getting over the course of the series more pointed with which big lineup combinations you want to have out there, specific to what front court San Antonio has out there, or is it not that meticulous?
Well, I mean, there's certainly matchups that we've been trying to get to all series. Hasn't changed a whole lot, really, other than, foul trouble changes that. So,
Chris, on Julius's defense, are you seeing enough from him on that end of the floor? I mean, is that where some of the breakdowns are coming right now?
honestly, no.